Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. We have a viewer writing in. This is Muhammad Asim. I hope I'm saying that right. And he says, Matt, I've been to your YouTube channel for a month now and sort of a newbie into the world of photography. Brackets, want to upgrade from D3400. So Muhammad's got a Nikon D3400 and he's looking to upgrade. You're doing a wonderful stuff here, helping hundreds of people out there. Can you please help me choosing between the following two bodies, considering the scenario that I would be shooting portraits and family gatherings only? The D610, that's his first one, Nikon D610, and he says it's 1030 new, body only, or the D7200, 735 new and body only. The preferred portrait lens for both D610 and D7200, the Nikon 50mm f1.8G at 160, or the Rokinon Samyang 85 f1.4 at 270. Looking forward to your expert views. Thanks and regards, Muhammad Asim. Well, thank you very much, Muhammad, and thank you for your question. This is a hard one for me because I love the D610 and I also love the D7200. The D7200 is a fantastic camera. It is the best photography APS-C DX camera out there, in my opinion. I think it's better than Nikon's D500, in my opinion. The D610, however, is probably the best value full frame out there, and I really like it. So I guess you kind of need to decide. For portraits and family, my leaning is the 610 for you, but it depends too what you can spend on lenses. The 50, it's hard to, both of these lenses are not suited to both cameras. The 50 f1.8G is fantastic on a 7200 and gives you a very good price point to get into something that's fantastic for portraits and doing some family work. The Rokinon 85 f1.4 is very good, but it is a bargain lens and not as good as, say, an 85 Nikon f1.8G or an 85 Nikon f1.4G. They're not quite as sharp. They're a more budget lens. Decent lens, but don't expect them to be as sharp or as good image quality as the Nikon. Now, the 610 with the 50 would be fine. It's just not quite as long. You could certainly do some portraits with it, although you may find you like the 85 look more for portraits. So it just depends. If you don't have the money to go 610 and perhaps a zoom and a longer lens, then maybe for now the best thing to do is go the 7200, which is a very good performing APS-C DX sensor and better autofocus system than is in the 610. 610 is good, 72s is better. At the time, it was the best autofocus system of Nikon's and still can compete with the best from Nikon pretty much. And then you could go with the 50 and throw in, say, a Sigma 17 to 50 f2.8 or another zoom that's going to cover you for a zoom for wide, and you're still well below the price point of the 610. If you're not that price sensitive and you can get the 610 with, say, an 85 f1.8G and throw in a zoom that's going to work for you, you could even disregard the 85 f1.8G and get the 24 to 120 f4, which would be very nice and suit your family gatherings and portraits, because f4 is still pretty decent, especially at 120 on a 610 full frame. That's actually the way I would lean, because I just really have a soft spot for that 610, and I love the 24 to 120 f4 VR. Then you could throw in the 50 if you can afford it too, give you a fast lens, or find a used 85. Maybe an older one, because the 610 can use AFD lenses and older. That's probably what I would do, is nod towards the 610. Certainly have no problem with you getting the 72 if it means you get some better lenses with it, and the 50 is a great portrait lens on it, whereas not as good a portrait lens just because of the field of view on the 610. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Would you lean towards the 610? You think you should go with the 72 and some better lenses? Or is there another option you want to throw out there? Let us know in the comments below. What would you do and why? Let's help out Muhammad. Thanks for your question. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.